tiẹ̀ kó ba lè ṣe é ṣe. Àpèmọ̀ra là ń pẹ́ tèmi ìdílé o, là ń pẹ́ tèmi ìdílé o. Kò pọ̀ kó pẹ́ fún mi láyé o. Àpèmọ̀ra là ń pẹ́ tèmi ìdílé o, là ń pẹ́ tèmi ìdílé o. Mo ti láyọ̀ mo ti débi ire, ó sì máa lọ. Àyọ̀wò ló bẹ̀rù rẹ̀ kó máa lọ, bẹ̀rù rẹ̀ kó máa lọ. Ìkorò jáde jáde, ìkorò jáde jáde, adùnwó ló lọ. Ìkorò jáde 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 jáde, ìkorò jáde 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 jáde, adùnwó ló wáyé mi lọ. Ìkorò jáde ìkorò jáde, adùnwó ló wáyé mi lọ. Ìkorò jáde 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 jáde, ìkorò jáde 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 jáde, adùnwó ló wáyé mi lọ. Sọ̀rọ̀ mi níre o, tètè sọ̀rọ̀ mi níre o, ẹgbẹ́ mi ti ń kọ́lé, kí má má sábò bàtà. Ìyá ti sọ̀mù ọbẹ̀, ìyá ìmọ̀ ìṣe dúró. Ohun ẹgbẹ́ mi ṣe ní ọrùn, ẹgbẹ́ mi ti ń láyà. Ohun ẹgbẹ́ mi rí èmi rẹ̀, mo máa fẹ́ lówó láyé.
All right, it's another wonderful day in the presence of God. That was a piece from Bayode Solomon, that's solo strings, Shorominire. Yes, he's a very good guitarist and good singer. You can find his songs online. Yeah, good. Today is another wonderful day, as I said before. And first, we appreciate every one of us that have been joining our consistent viewers. We really appreciate you. God bless you. For last week, we had some we had ID Kabasa and other great guys, that contributed to the topic, and it was a wonderful one. It took a long time, but it was so wonderful and engaging. I would suggest and advise that everyone should go back to the last video. Yes, it's very, very resourceful. You understand? Very, very resourceful. And today we have another topic: planning and organizing choir rehearsals for best results. It's a discussion just like last week, where we're going to talk about how best should this be done. Normally, let's just think about this. How is rehearsal usually done? When we get to rehearsal, we pray. After prayer, you do 10 minutes of recitation. After that, then you go start singing and start singing. After that, after some few hours, or maybe within maximum, depending on the time of the rehearsal, if it's like a Saturday, that's usually normal for most choirs. Within 2 hours, they are through, and the closing prayer, and that's it. So, but now there are more to this. There's more to rehearsal. There are many things that should be done. What should be put in place? What should be the timing like? What should the timing be? There are many things that surround whatever. There are many things, and that's why we pray it out to everyone want to contribute on this topic. So now, what are the creative ways we can employ in? Okay, so that's why we are here. Let's discuss this topic: planning and organizing choir rehearsals for best results. Please, you can share this live session to your friends and family on Instagram and even on Facebook, so that they can come and join us and watch us live as we are discussing. Please don't forget to follow us on our pages, Celestial Choir Masters, and also refer people to like and follow us on our pages, Celestial Choir Masters, both on Facebook and Instagram. God bless you. Yes. Serikin Furniture, thanks for joining. Celestial Church of Christ blog, Thanks for joining. Ogunade 23. Thank you, sir. You are blessed. Much appreciated for your contribution so far. Your consistent, follow up and contributions. Yes, I'm Bengerozi. I see you, my brother. God bless you. Thanks for the support last week, and thanks for the encouragement. And this is another one to go right now. This topic: planning and organizing choir rehearsals for best results. It is free. It is time. You can call in. No, you cannot call in. You can just send me a request, so I would accept the request so that we can go live with me and we discuss this topic. What has been your experience like? I think it is high time we maybe change the way rehearsals are being organized. It should not be the conventional one, just as I discussed: opening prayer, sermon, and blah blah blah, then closing prayer. What else? What do we need to put in place to make rehearsals worthwhile? And now, timing too. Let's talk about timing. How many times do you feel a rehearsal should hold? I know when we had Akoka Paris a few weeks ago, that's the choir master, Brother Benga, yeah, he said that there's only once in a week, and they are able to deliver much results. Talking of whenever they minister, whenever they sing. And I told him that some choirs use more than 2 rehearsals to even deliver what they are delivering. So is it about time? Let's talk about time too. So timing is also important in this topic. What's our view about it? What's our experience? What should we share? What do you think you can share and it would be beneficial to other choristers, that will watch this live session? God bless you as you send your request to join. Ipes Choir, thanks for joining. God bless you. Have I mentioned my Kopolo and text signals? Yes, thank you for joining too. Oh yes. Now let me start with this. I feel that first I will bring timing into the first point. Timing means that based on the objective and the goal of the choir, they should set the rehearsal a time or at the time. Time means even day too. The date or time, or the day and the time during the day, that they will be able to get, number one, let me say, they'll be relaxed. They will be relaxed, they will feel at home into the mood of music. So timing is very important. And still talking about the timing, it means that what is the goal? When are we looking at achieving a goal? Now, in this way, I'm talking about, for example, maybe there's a cantata coming up, or maybe there's a concert that they have invited the choir. So for the choir to get best results, they should first know that they have a target, and there should be level of series of preparations towards that goal or objective or target. So it means that probably when you have an outing, let's say in 2 weeks time, based on your expertise, or let me say on your level of music, we all know our levels of music, in the CC choir. You can say if a rehearsal is going to be in the next 2 weeks, okay, then we need 2 rehearsals, to deliver something very good, or we need 4 rehearsals, or it's too close, we can't go. There's a time in my parish that we said that anybody that invites us to a program and it's not more than it's maybe 1 week notice, we wouldn't be able to go, because we don't want to deliver let me say in quotes bad music. What I mean is that we don't want to deliver something that people would start saying, who are those ministry, who are those singing, they're just singing rubbish. So we set the time that it must be maybe 3 weeks or more. That's the notice for us to minister in a program. So which means that normally it means that we know that with our level we should be able to, within 3 weeks or 4 weeks, we should be able to deliver good music based on the goal. So based on the objective, the choir should know how many times they will rehearse. Then another point is making the different aspects of the rehearsals. Now we know that it is common opening prayer, it is common exhortation, but what other things should be in between? I know some years back we fashioned out a way to make a rehearsal engaging, and one of the ways was that to divide the time into, we put activities in so period of time. Maybe for example, there was voice training within, for let's say 10 to 15 minutes, and there was harmony. What I mean by harmony, maybe we look at pieces, both hymnals or other music, other interdenominational hymns like that. If you can have time for that, then sing songs, maybe composition. Let's say composition, the time where we are going to have people bring composition, so we treat those compositions at that time. Then after that, we might want to look at maybe if there will be no other rehearsals for Sunday, and maybe we're having a night rehearsal, there will be a session to rehearse towards Sunday service. You understand? Inside that same rehearsal. Now I'm talking of at least 2 hours. This is, you can break it down, and even within 1 hour, you can achieve a lot when you know how to do time management. That's why time management is very, very key and important in organizing rehearsals. So if you can manage your time, 10 minutes for this, after 10 minutes let's move to the other one, 15 minutes after that, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, before, then within an hour, that you have benefited, you have been able to achieve results from that rehearsal. So what's your experience like? What's your view about this topic? What do you want to treat? What are creative ways to make rehearsals worthwhile and of best results? Sometimes many people, they say, what did we achieve today? We just came and we just left, we just did something, and there's no drilling, there's no also maybe inside the rehearsal today should be a time where you will challenge people, maybe 1 or 2, you just pick on them and challenge them to exercise, do some exercises, or sing or vocal to some songs like that. So what are your views? What are your creative ideas about this topic? You can send in a request and you'll be accepted into the live session. Thank you so much. Asiko Media, thanks for your support always. Thanks for joining. God bless you. And Bengerozi. Okay, yes, good. So as we are preparing towards the new moon service in some few hours time, let's quickly do justice to this topic. I would also like you to know that there's an opportunity. If you're a choir master, you can send us a DM and we feature you on our platform. I think some few days ago I met a female, an assistant choir master, and she's a female. That was lovely, but that's lovely, not the worst, because she's still an ACM. So one of these days we are going to invite her. So your choir master, send us a message. We will take you, we invite you one of our live sessions. Apex Choir, Apex Choir, you can call in and tell us about how your choir has been doing it. Oh, good. Oh yes, let me invite some people to this live session. All right, in some few minutes, I know one or two people will join us. Okay. And there's something funny about rehearsals most times, depending on the choir. At some point, it's when you start doing tonic suffers, or you start doing treating all these hymnals or pieces. So people start getting, they get scared. Don't like that session. And I used to say that it is good that you like that session. You even love, because it's going to develop you in music. It's going to improve your skills in music. If you can really put down yourself, to love all these studying pieces and harmonizing and singing in parts, it's going to help you a lot. So while many choir used to run away from them, many choristers, it is that time that they say they want to ease themselves, and maybe after some few minutes, when it's almost time for the next on the agenda, they now come in. Where did you go? I went to ease myself, not knowing that they ran away because they do not like that aspect of singing notes and singing in parts and harmony. And I'm telling you, if you are one of them, you need to change this attitude. Singing in parts and singing the pieces, they used to help you a lot. They're going to help a lot. They develop your skills, your vocal skills, and your singing skills. It will be improved if you can. Yeah. Okay, Uganda. Yeah, bros. You say a few minutes. Okay, good. No props. As a comedian, yeah. Okay, no props. Maria Voice, Fashion Benga. Thanks for joining. Oh, yes, then there's another thing, another challenge I see during the rehearsals, instrumentation and singing. Most times if there's time, many performers tend to separate the instrumentalist rehearsals from the voices. But there are two things involved there. When you have so much time, then you can really separate them so that the instrumentalists can work on the songs, maybe on the arrangements, while the voices will learn the songs. So there will not be a rehearsal where everybody will come together, and rehearse together. But on the other hand, that's second, when there's no time, that's when you have to manage time in between, whereby the instrumentalists are there at the rehearsals and the choristers are also there in the rehearsals. And you have to, put things together, make sure that there's a fuse of the instrumentation and the music, and it won't be boring. Many people feel that it's boring when they say, okay, guitarist, you are doing an arrangement for maybe in the next 3 minutes. They're like, they're taking too much time. We are just looking, we are waiting. However, I used to say something that when you are involved or you are in areas where instrumentalists are, creating arrangement, it helps you too. It educates you, it empowers you. If you really understand what music is. And that's what we really need to understand. Don't say because the instrumentalists are doing an arrangement, then you are tired and it's boring and it's not lively. It doesn't mean. You need to pay attention to what they are playing. You need to pay attention to understand what they are playing. Why are they playing it? This is going to help you in the nearest future. For example, you don't know, maybe one day you're going to be transferred, or maybe you find yourself in a parish and in a position where you should be able to impact, and maybe it is just these ideas you have learned from when these people are playing. That's those ideas that what they are going to contribute in that new place. For example, I know of one of my young friends, when I usually take them on voice training and some skills, I'll tell them to rehearse some skills. One day, after many years, he now told me, brother, do you know that it is those notes? Those notes used to teach us. That's the re mi fa sol. I said that when I use those notes in that particular place, in fact, they thought, I was able to impact very well. And I now said, look at that. I was just teaching them just normal, just simple, just make sure you exercise with this note. And he took it serious, and he loved it, and it became part of him, and he was able to impart in another parish. So that's why there's nothing, no education, or let me say no activity in the choir is a waste. It is not a waste. Try to always learn from them. Even if, for example, talking drama is creating an allujo, in quote that they mentioned, an allujo, maybe an arrangement, a percussion arrangement. You can learn from them. You can learn from the content. When they are saying, you understand that even the talking drum they are playing, it is based on lyrics, and it's based on language, and it's based on message, or on a message of messaging. They want to interpret, they want to communicate. It's based on communication, and the goal of every instrument is communication. Just like I'm telling you, the talking drum. So the goal is communication. So it speaks the language in which people can understand what is supposed to be communicated. So for example, if you are singing about praise and worship, and you tell the talking drummer to create an arrangement, probably he creates something like something like that, something that impacts and communicates more of the message to the congregation. Yes, and that's how it works. I'm K6. Thanks for joining. God bless you. Yes, we are still on this topic, planning and organizing choir rehearsals for best results. How should it be done? How should it be done? How should it be done? Now, should there be a session to train those upcoming ones inside the main rehearsals, or should there be another rehearsals, another rehearsal for that? Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about the challenges. If you're a choir master, you can come online. Let's talk about the challenges that you're facing, organizing rehearsals, and what you feel that maybe the lessons you've learned and you feel that other, choristers will learn from it. Prophet Ide, yes, Brother Samson, thank you so much for joining with Samson. God bless you. Abati Esther, thanks for joining. Michael Jesse, you are blessed. Thank you all for joining. So let's discuss this topic. Yes, send in your request, and I will invite you. I will accept your request, to go live with me. God bless you. Then one other thing that affects this plan and organization of rehearsals is the fact that what should be done if rehearsals will not be enough to to do a performance. For example, if there was harvest coming up in some few weeks' time and the rehearsals will not be enough. What some people say? They'll say, even all these rehearsals we are doing, we might even, on that day, perform woefully because of this rehearsal is, it's too much and too complex. Why? It is when you rehearse a little that you will now believe, or maybe it results in performing well in the main program. It happens to many parishes too. That when they rehearse so much, and on the day they don't perform well. And those people, when they rehearse just a little and they're just taking it just simple, and they perform very well. But I still believe that even if you rehearse so well and you take all the whole time, there is always an advantage. It's not only about that time you want to present or towards that season, but it's towards another time. So there will be an improvement to the choir, to the instrumentalists, and to the choristers, to the vocalists, to the singers as a whole rehearsing. So it doesn't mean that it definitely means that it's not when you have an event that you should rehearse. You should rehearse consistently and very well, since it will affect your power positively. Alade Nika Adim Damilola, thanks for joining. God bless you. Yes, please let us request to go live with us on this topic, planning and organizing choir rehearsals for best results. What's your view about it? What are the creative ways, to organize rehearsals? What time should be allocated to which activities? How lively or fun should it be? And so on. For example, in some rehearsals, they take it very important to feast. So during rehearsal, they make sure that they feast. Someone brings in something, for everyone to drink or eat, and as happy as one family, they are happy where they are rehearsing. Should it be what's the level of fun that should be in every rehearsal? Should it be too funny and people forget about what they are doing? Should it be with a little fun so that everybody will just be convenient and will feel at home and happy they are rehearsing? Or there should be no fun and there should be no fun, or let me say, what word should I use? No humor at all. It should just be serious, and there should be serious in the rehearsal, and you face it and end the rehearsal. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts about it? Share your opinion. You can also see if you are still busy at work or you are busy and you cannot join the live session, you can still share your opinion on the comment section. Saturday morning, as early as 5-6 a.m., they are rehearsing. So what should work? What do you think would work? Is it the conventional time that Saturdays? I know some choristers still do have their rehearsals on Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and some is only even on maybe in the evening time between 6 and 9. That's when they have rehearsals, and that's only one rehearsal in a week. It's 6 and 9. Okay. Yes, from Abatesta, I feel rehearsal should be done for the upcoming ones during main rehearsals. Okay, how do you mean, Abatista? Can you shed more light to that? Okay, do you mean that no matter what program is before the choir should continually rehearse and make themselves set and perfect towards any goal that comes before them? Is that what you mean? Okay, let me take Brother Ogbande. Yes, Abatista, I'm still expecting you, to shed more light on this. And if you want to join the session, you can just request. Hallelujah, sir.
Hallelujah, sir.
Well done, sir. How is work today?
Sir. Yeah, good.
Okay.
Thank you for having me again. Thank you for having me again.
Yes, sir.
I want to firstly commend your effort in doing this program consistently. I think on every Thursday. I think it's good to see that we have something like this in the Celestial Fold.
Thank you, sir.
My prayer is just that you should not relent. I know it can be challenging, but I mean, Rome was not built in a day. It's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. So I believe that it's only a matter of time. Some of the discussion or some of the suggestion you have on this platform, it will cut across our Celestial Fold, and our people buy into one or two things there. Looking at the topic you're discussing today, planning and organizing a choir rehearsal, is a very dodgy one in the celestial fold.
Yes.
Because, like what you were saying earlier on, should we go by the Orthodox way? We come to the church, I think on a Saturday evening. I don't know if that has changed. Do the prayer, you know, look at the songs for the Sunday, you know, and most likely ask, do anybody has any new song we want to learn?
Yeah. Yes.
That's most likely the way we kind of do our rehearsals then.
Yeah.
But I also remember that at some stage we rehearse when it's coming to Ikore, cantata, or we are going for musical concert or competition thereabout. But you see, from my little experience going about into other choirs, other denominations, I think where we are missing it in the celestial fold is that we fail to realize that the choir itself, like if you remember last week when we were having this chat on this platform, we're looking at the structure. We're looking at most choir that seems not to be forthcoming or not to be performing. It's just the structure that is faulty. There's nobody. See, I've seen people that when they came into the choir, like if we are singing left, they are going right. Like their voice, their tonation, everything is zero. But consistently and with sheer zeal and Alex, like love for what they're doing, they were able to move from that. And today they are fantastic choristers, singers. So you begin to wonder, like you remember last week we were looking at ready-made people that can sing. There's no ready-made person that can sing. There's no ready-made person that can sing. All of us have something in us. So if you come into a choir, if you come into any choir, you understand, if the structure and the standard is there, you will get your stuff, you know. But if the system is not ideal, that's where you have all this problem we discussed last week, that people might come, like our sister last week said, some people will come now, after a few months, they start this wala, dressing or all this stuff, you know. So, like when you're talking about planning and organizing a rehearsal, I so much believe that rehearsal should be inclusive. And what I mean by being inclusive is, see, where we are making the mistake in Celestial Church is, like, the first thing you talk about is timing. Like, we know we are very bad with our time. There's no two ways about it. Celestial Church of Christ, everywhere, we are very, very bad with our time. You understand? But it's not as if we cannot change it. You understand? If you have a choir rehearsal, don't forget, if you say you're having a rehearsal for 2 hours, some people will come in half an hour before you finish. The reason why they want to come is so that you will not ask them, you will not say they are not going to rope the following Sunday.
Yes.
You understand? So we cannot put a timeline. Say definitely 2 hours, everything is done. We will achieve less. You understand? So we can only say, okay, the practice or the rehearsal is starting at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And everybody should understand that if you come early, you understand, the choir master or whoever is directing the music there has a program of events, has what they want to achieve. And if he's able to achieve what he can achieve within an hour, why not? Everybody go home and have a good evening. You understand? But in a situation whereby maybe even our lead singer, our so-called superstar lead singer, he will just be coming in maybe half an hour after because he's the superstar. We cannot do anything.
Yes.
Do you understand? So those are the things that if you are organizing a choir rehearsal, you have to look for factors to mitigate against those risks. Another thing is, see, when you fraction your choir rehearsal just only for Sunday service. I remember back then, I don't know if there is our elders then, they will even look at the Bible lesson. They will look at the first lesson, second lesson, and before you know it, they will find a song in the celestial hymnal that supports that, which is good, But you see, the choir now, the celestial choir now should see itself beyond that. We should not have it at the back of my mind. I'm only coming to the rehearsal to rope on Sunday. Or I'm only coming to the rehearsal. Oh, Kode is coming out. I don't want choir master to say I won't rope. Oh, I want to come. You see, when you have those kind of mindset, then the choir will achieve little. But if everybody is coming to the choir practice, and you know that program or no program, you have a lot of songs or your repertoires that you want to deal with. You could bring out one of the songs maybe they've sang maybe donkey years ago and say, only maybe this song. Let's look at way of doing new things into this song. You understand? Let's look at new things let's look at new ways of doing this thing. So that's what I meant by the choir being inclusive. There's no need you saying, I know back then, instrumentalists, we always have, like them in the Mokola choir, when we were doing our rehearsals, you understand? One thing we lay emphasis on, make sure that the songs, everybody understand the song. But you see, the instrumentalists also come to the choir practice. While you are singing the song, you see, one mistake we always make is, if you think you are an instrumentalist, there's no need for you to know the in-depth of the song. You are making a mistake. It is very, very important that every instrumentalist, even the man that play what's it called, clef and shekere, should be able to sing. They should be able to sing. A choir should be able to instill that into everybody, not limit that, Aboni Shekere one here. So Aboni Shekere does not have to sing. There will be a day when everybody when nobody will be around, and it will only remain Aboni Shekere. So what will Aboni Shekere do? Will he be playing Shekere alone? Do you understand? So the celestial choir should know that the choir itself should see themselves beyond just come to church, do the hymns. On Sunday we'll sing, we'll do special number, whatever you want to do, and that's the end. You understand? That's when you start having problem. Like you said something that your choir, you said they must give you 3 weeks notice. To be honest with you, if you ask me, a well-standard choir, you don't need 3 weeks notice. If they call you tomorrow, you should know what to do. If your rehearsal,
based on the theme of the program, they have a special theme.
Yeah, but you see, when you have a special theme, I understand. Back those days that they will give us, this is topic for this composition or for this competition. Everybody will go around, they will compose around it and everything. But you see, all this composition, all this singing, you understand? If you keep the choir as in, don't wait for when next is Kode. Don't wait for when next is composition. You understand? Every day, the structure should be every day we come to the choir practice. You understand? We come to practice, blah blah blah. We sing, we do the prayer, we start maybe let's spend some time for doing vocal voice training and thereabout. You understand? After maybe we look at the hymns. We sing this hymn every day. You understand? We sing this hymn every day. So there's really no the emphasis. We should not lay too much emphasis on our hymns. Child that was born today in Celestia, maybe 6, 7 years, they will sing this hymn even without looking at the hymn book.
Yes.
You understand? So we should not spend too much time on the hymn. We should spend more time on learning the art of singing. You know, the art of singing, which encompasses the instrumentalists, the new. If anybody have a new song, they bring it onto the platform. Everybody listening to it. You know, everybody listening to it. You understand? Everybody check what they are doing and look. You know, so that you see, when you keep doing this, at any time you are called upon, please, we need this choir to come and do this. You understand? You will be ready. I know we have a problem in the Celestial that I don't think, I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's any church that can say, oh, we have all our instrumentalists intact. No. You understand? They will still have to bring, you know, all these machineries in. You understand? But you see, those that we have, if they are basic, you understand? If they are basic, they should be able to help. You understand? The choir, so that we should go out of just for a chorus. That's when we are serious. For cantata, that's when we are serious. No, the choir practice or the choir rehearsal should be an all-round affair. Like I always go back to the central choir. You understand? Program or no program, we come every Friday. We are there from God knows 6-7 hours. You understand? And it's not a question of when we come today, we could sing this song today. Next Friday, when we come again, if Babade Tino is not satisfied about what we've done, he's still going back to it. You understand? Like every celestial choir should take their template from the central choir. Because we have instrumentalists also in the central choir as well. You understand? All of us are instrumentalists in the central choir. But that does not mean that say, oh, you are only the instrument. No. You sit down in your part. Sing the do re mi fa sol la blah blah blah. You understand? When it's time for all the other songs, you know, that's when you go to your instrument. Because Baba, let you make sure that you have learned the music. Because if you don't know the music you want to play to, tell me how you're going to play to it. It'll be very difficult. You understand? But if you have learned the music properly, the lyrics and every other thing in the music, it's easy for you as an instrumentalist to play to the music. It comes, you know, it comes quickly like that. You know? So the choir itself, we should take the celestial choir as an all-round affair. If they're having their rehearsal once every week or twice every week or once every month, whenever you decide in your church that today is allocated for a choir practice, then every member of the choir should know that we are coming, you know, for everything to function, not until when it is time for harvest. Don't forget, in the choir itself, like remember last week we are looking at, instead of sending some people away, we might have some people to do the choreography and every other stuff. Even people that want to do the choreography, they also have to learn that song. Because the song you want to choreograph into, if you don't know it, then if they are saying anything, you'll be doing, you know. No, these are things that, you know, we have to inculcate it into our choir. That the choir itself is not a question of 2-3 hours or come blah blah blah. You understand? Festival or no festival, we have to come at the appointed time, do what is needed. And if you ask me, in my little experience, if you want to structure your choir and get the best out of them, your number one thing you need to do is you need to be disciplined. If whoever is at the top in the choir, you are not disciplined, my dear brother, forget it. You go and bring all the professionals in the world, you are going nowhere. There has to be discipline. Your 10 has to be 10. I know there can be a leeway. I remember back then when they said choir party, I don't know what time it was, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. If you are late, immediately they've started you know, anybody that comes after that, you kneel down outside.
Yes.
So whoever is directing at that stage, at their own discretion, will say, okay, come inside.
Yes.
You understand? So at times the shame of kneeling down will not make you, will make you not to be late the next time.
Yes.
All those little things works. It's not as if nobody's gonna buy a cane or buy a tori and be beating you. No,
Yes.
there's no need for that. But you need, as I said, whoever is at the top there, you have to be disciplined. And you need to stick to the rules. You understand? So we have to have that rule. So when you are disciplined, then I know everybody. You see, I remember back then, this voice training of a thing is kind of strange,
Yeah.
because everybody believes that that's true. That's true. You understand? But you see, when you have a like every choir have been opportune to be a member or to have directed. You understand? When we are coming to a choir practice, you understand? There are some of us, I remember back then, there are few of us like myself, the likes of Samson Adekombi, some of us will kind of have a kind of short meeting before the choir practice itself. And that meeting is just to sit down and say, okay, what do we want to achieve this practice we are doing tomorrow? You understand? So we'll be able to look into, okay, tomorrow we are going to treat this song. 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 You understand? So we have an idea what we want to do. You understand? And we're able to know, okay, if it is time for this, this is for you. You look into this. If it's time for this, you understand? So that division of labor helps. Nobody is a paragon of perfection. You understand? So if you have a choir that you cannot distribute responsibility or delegate duties to people and expect one person to be the alpha and omega, it's still going to be trouble. There will be trouble. That means all of us will be working on one person per session. You understand? So, but we are able to delegate duties. Like, okay, you, brother Taiwo, today, your job is to look after the harmonies. You understand? Okay, brother Samson, your job is to look after all the sing song. Maybe 2 or 3 you have to. Okay, you, brother Ruben, maybe your job is look into the music, the instrumentation of all this music. So when you have this coming together, you understand? You'll be spending less time in the choir because you already had the prior knowledge of what you want to do. You understand? You already have prior knowledge of what to do. And by so doing, you'll be able to pinpoint. You will know that, okay, this person, if I have this person. Even we went as far as we have somebody in the soprano that we know you are the lead soprano, you are the lead alto singer, you are the lead. It's not as if the rest are not. But you see, it's just like a way of, we put some responsibility on them. If I'm the lead tenor singer now, it is on me to make sure that all my colleague there knows their part. I'll be able to come to you and say, brother Ayo, sing your part to me. If you don't know it, it is on me now to make sure you know it. Because if we all converge at the main rehearsal and peradventure somebody call you and you don't know it, they're not going to blame you. They're going to be blaming your leader and say, where are you? So those kind of little tricks, you understand, will help. We help. And it's not, we should not be doing it only when there's festival or when there's Kore. We should be doing it every of our rehearsal. Every of our rehearsal. And by so doing, we'll get the best. Because if you go to all these Pentecostal and all the other people, church, you understand, that's what they do. You don't, Pentecostal church, they would, if they go to their rehearsal, they don't go to their rehearsal because they are having a program. Yeah, they have programs, but they still make sure they come in, you understand, do the needful. You understand, do the needful. And anytime you call on them, they are there. So we need to take our celestial choir out of that mindset of we wait till when there's a Kore or when there is festival. No, no, no. It will not help. It will not help us. You know, so that means we are only we will call ourselves ceremonial choir then.
Yes, ceremonial choir, yes.
It will only be about ceremony. But if we do it every day in, day out, if it is once, I know night rehearsal could be dodgy, like you rightly said. When it's time for maybe to sing the harmony, some people will say, Latigbe Lonkoyen, they walk out. That's where discipline comes in.
Yes.
You understand? If I happen to be directing the choir and we are singing the harmonies and you are not there, you will not sing when it comes to the other stuff. Oh, I'll send you home. Guarantee. Anywhere they know me very well, I'll send you home. Nobody is indispensable. Adetuno said that to us from day one. Nobody is indispensable. You are not Ronaldo or Messi. Forget it. You understand? Nobody is indispensable. So when you cultivate that habit, that look, nobody is champion here. All of us are leveler. You understand? Although we know some people are a little bit, but if you don't give them that impression that Tabari, we cannot. No. You understand? So when we have those kind of little things put in place in the choir, I'm telling you, the choir will be fantastic.
Hello, sir. I can't hear you. Can you hear me, sir? Okay. All right, that was an awesome session with Brother Ogade, and those are strong points for every celestial choir. Just as he mentioned, what is our goal? Our goal shouldn't be only Sunday service, or maybe we have a concert to attend, or we have cantata, or we have harvest. You understand? We should rehearse full music. Full music. We should rehearse full music so that we can really improve very well. Because these things that we do, there's one rule in music. If you have learned music, you understand that they say 30 minutes a day consistently can make you a professional. But most people don't even have 30 minutes consistently in a day to rehearse. What it is that maybe they fix a day on maybe once in a week or twice in a week or twice in a week, to rehearse. But 30 minutes, just in a day consistently is okay for you to be a professional. I'm not saying that you shouldn't rehearse more than that normally, but the power of consistency says that with 30 minutes a day on whatever you want to do, example music, you can become a very good person on that particular subject if you can do it consistently. Yes, we shouldn't, as choristers, only focus on Sunday and other programs. It should be something like, let's empower ourselves. Let's prepare for the rainy day. Come rain, come shine, any program, concerts, we are preparing ourselves. Full music, we are learning full music. Not only the hymnals because of the services, but full music. What about music? Instrumentation, choreography. We are going to continually learn and improve the choir for the future. Yes, Ola Praise, thanks for joining. Eniola 270, thanks for joining. Afiara, God bless you, my brother. Thanks for your support every day on this program and outside this program. God bless you. Adeolum, thank you for joining. Shium Babaril, Tundi Omele Wong, Sheni Black. Tone Melon, IB Baseline. Yes. Yes. Esther, I couldn't see you very well in when you join us. You can post your comment, based on the question I requested that you shed more light on that particular comment that you wrote. Yes, planning and organizing rehearsals for best results. One thing the brother also mentioned is discipline. Discipline. Now, is there a good structure of this discipline in place where people will not take it as a duty, to always come late, or would not take it as a duty to come when the rehearsal is almost ending, so that they will say they should rope. Okay, you came, they should rope. So discipline should be in place. And also, he also gave this point: let all instrumentalists be singing. When it's time to sing, let everybody be singing. Even the Shekeragogo, let him or her, let them sing. You shouldn't say because the instrumentalists, they are sleeping when people are singing. Yes, good. Planning and organizing rehearsals for best results. Yes, please, you can share your contribution in the comment section, or you can request to go live with me, and I would go live with you so that we can discuss these topics. We'll be through in some few minutes time so that we can prepare towards the new moon service. Thank you so much. Please share this session, to your friends on Instagram, and also just copy the link, share in WhatsApp and on Facebook too. If you're a car master, send us a DM. We can, take you one of these days, invite you to talk about my passion and my role in music. God bless you. Punctuality. Us. Yes, please share your contributions regarding this topic. Then there's one other thing I would like to chip in as regards rehearsals. Most times when you plan to introduce a new thing into the rehearsal, not all things can come in immediately, and you spend a whole lot of time on them. There's some things that you introduce little by little. For example, there's some choir that they don't, let me say, they are yet to really sing pieces and songs and from other churches, maybe for example Anglican, all these Trust and Obey and so other pieces from other the interdimensional pieces, and you want to introduce. So you don't just bring in something that is difficult for them. You can bring in just maybe like 4 bars, then you keep on improving and increasing it till they love it. So you cannot just bring in some things and feel that they will receive it, the way it is. So while the commercials or you music director, when you want to release something to, you must look at the atmosphere, level of uh the level of professionalism of the choir, and looking at if it's something very new. So you have to sit down and really now you introduce it to the choir so that they can receive it and be happy about it, and adopt it as something that they should always do. Yes, yes, yes. We have just some few minutes left. I can still take like one or two with us so we can end this session and prepare for the new month service. Okay, and let me talk about time wasting too. Time wasted, because the most times. Okay, let's take this. Okay, from Asico Media, punctuality of business. My rule is that even if you come to rehearsals but come late to the service, you do not throw if you come after the third song. Okay, yes. This okay from rehearsals. Okay, yes. This happens in most parishes. What they do is that they know that some choristers, they are still punctual to rehearsals anyway, but on Sunday services they are not punctual. So how do you treat them? And this is the way most people do. What they do is that maybe after the first hymn, they tell you, bros, sister, you cannot go to the congregation. But I know most times the third hymn is even too far, because before you know, except if the person does not there's an issue, and maybe the person went somewhere, the third hymn is even far. I think the first hymn is enough for you, if you really want to come to service. Except maybe probably you want to go somewhere else. Maybe you tell your commander that you not be chance, and you have already known that there will be a delay the next morning. But let me say, fortunately or unfortunately, maybe there was an issue while you're coming to church. Then of course you can say to them, but to instill discipline, if you put it on the first hymn, then they will rush. But third hymn, some people start, that's when they will start doing fashion parade, to the service, because they know that third hymn they can still enter. But at third hymn, maybe probably you are nearing the first lesson. You're almost on the first lesson, and after that, then what else? Okay, thanks for that contribution, Asico Media. Yes, Sunday services, if they are not punctual to, they will not rule, and probably they give them the grace after the first, second, or third hymn, then they can still rule. Because punctuality should not only be for rehearsals, but even for services. Yes. God bless you. Let me think of another issue surrounding this topic, and that is the fact that dwelling. I think I wanted to say something before I got this. Okay, taking too much time on a particular thing. That's one other issue in rehearsals. For example, you know that there is time for everything, and Maybe you're supposed to take 10 minutes to treat something and you take 20-30 minutes, and that's overtime. It bores the choristers, and like they are tired, they get stressed out, and the whole thing tires them, So that's when you take too much time on some particular sections or some things. For example, let's say a session where you want people that don't know how to sing at all, you want them to sing praise and worship, and you are allocating too much time to that. It wouldn't really, make much, make you have more best results in rehearsal, because you can actually separate that from rehearsal. So why spend too much time on someone that don't know how to sing? They spend 20-30 minutes, passing the mic around, them sharing the mic and singing and rehearsing, when there could be another time for that. So that's one issue or two with rehearsals. What else? I know there are many more which you out there, you have ideas on. Let's share this in the next 7 minutes. By 8:30, we should be through with the topic for today, and we should, quickly go and attend the new moon service. Yes, one other thing is concentration during rehearsals. And that is the fact that we need to understand that even whenever there's rehearsal going on, we should make sure that we peg or put a stumbling block to things that will divide attention of choristers while they're rehearsing. Yes. Okay, good about this. That kind of thing that can only be done during rehearsal, but time should be allocated. Okay. Yes, just time. Yes, talking of time. Yeah, we're talking of time here. They can actually give chances to those upcoming singers to actually sing during rehearsals, but time should be allocated so that it shouldn't, take too much time and move or swerve you or sweep you away from achieving the objective, of the rehearsal. Yes, so as I said, distraction. One other thing that does not make choristers or choir get best results is distraction. People with their phones during rehearsal, that is when people will start pressing their phone, start chatting, when they have divided attention. But naturally, we should face the goal, that we need to come and rehearse and get results. But if we are distracted, there's no way we can achieve that goal. Or we would achieve it not 100% but very close and very far, even far from the goal. Now, from about this, that still, if the main purpose is to train the upcoming ones, but it now depends on choir. Okay, yes, she's still saying this, that while the choir master can decide that the rehearsal will be to train upcoming ones too, there should still be time. There should still be time for everything. So the choir master might separate it, and if not separating from the main rehearsal, there should be time so that it doesn't hit into other things that should be achieved for the day. Maybe composing songs, or treating old songs and taking new songs. Yes, when I say composing songs in rehearsal, there's something called there's individual composition and there's collective composition. Yes, I know some years back, I opened in in the rehearsal. I now said let's compose some. Gracefully and luckily for us, we were able to compose the 3 songs. Yes, on that night, collective songs. I would just say you bring the first bar. Brings okay, yes, okay. You bring the second bar. So if he or she brings it and it's not correct, I have to correct the notes, to fuse in to continue from where the last person brought, something like that. So before even in every rehearsal, you can say you want to do collective composition, and you can achieve it. You can achieve songs. So if people are not bringing songs, for in the choir, you can just decide that today we have a goal objective to compose 3 songs in this rehearsal. And I'm telling you, if you can try it, you see that there will be results. You get very good songs, very good songs. And by so doing, you're even training others to know how to compose songs. But by the time someone brings in a particular, maybe a line of notes or a particular bar that is wrong, and you correct the person, that correction sinks into the person, and he or she knows that yes, I was wrong, and it helps person to improve on note arrangements. So which means that the person will be able to bring in better notes in the next opportunity, or maybe outside that compose a full song. So it's just like teaching people how to compose music. Yes, good. That's another point there. Yes, please share your ideas about this topic. God bless you. How do we get best results in terms of when we plan and organize choir rehearsals? Yes. There's some people too, there's some rehearsals that they go there and they start joking and joking and joking and joking, and before you know, maybe they ended up rehearsing only 2 songs or only the hymnals, but the other part they have used the whole time to joke. You understand? So choristers should know that when they are doing something, they should be serious about it. It's not about jokes, but it's about what the goal that we want to achieve. You understand? Yes, your ideas are welcome. Okay, great. As we prepare towards the new moon service, yes, I would like to say everyone is much appreciated for joining. Those that contributed, God bless you. Yes, everyone I mentioned their names. I know I might have missed some people too, but because we are few today, I was able to mention some of our names. You are much appreciated, and thanks for joining this session for today. God bless you, real good. Please, as we look towards next week for another beautiful and wonderful session, please let's share the good news about this page. We are here, we are around, to talk about quality and professional spirit-filled music in the church. That's our vision and mission, together. I want to achieve this. It is when you people, when you join and you contribute your ideas, that's when we can impact. We can do it, it is when you bring in your idea and when you share the session, when we invite people and contribute, that's when we can really impact, our generation together. It's not only us, it is that we, with your support, want to impact the celestial generation, the choir generation, the music in the church. We want people to start singing good, professional, and spirit-filled music. We want choristers to be committed to God in their service to Him, and to also offer